here we are in the Midwest, and you and I, of course, are familiar with the wild, wild West. We like to.
Well, you know, those kid shows had such tremendous audiences. The ratings were phenomenal. It was the height of the kiddie boom, you know. So a strange thing happened to me during the 20 years that I did children's shows. If I, say, was walking down the Nicollet Mall and somebody would say hello to me, they recognized me, they wouldn't say, "Hello, John." They'd say, "Hi, Clancy." It was incredible. It was Clancy this, Clancy that. This character was taking over my life.
Good morning, it's grand to be on hand. Good morning to you.
We did so many commercials. Now here's John Gallos, pitchman, selling Motorola car radios, and oh, what a bargain, with 2 speakers, mind you. Before Clancy came Commodore Cappy. He sort of talked like Walter Brennan. There's a combination of Lionel Barrymore. And I used to say, "Kids, here we are at the bottom of the ocean. Look at that shark coming through there. Oh. Well, I talked like that for 2 years, almost got lockjaw, you know. We had Axel up in the treehouse, a phenomenal smash.
Shooter? Well, we'll see you kids. So long.
And oh, some of the celebrities used to come by and visit us in the detective agency. Frank Fontaine, and he was on the Jackie Gleason show back in those days. Crazy Guggenheim. You remember that wonderful character? The thing that was thrilling and exciting about those early days of TV back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, everything was live, and you only had one shot at it. And if you flubbed or, you know, had a lot of problems, you couldn't do it over. It's mystery picture time, so have your pencil and paper ready. We don't give prizes on this contest, but we do ask you to send a brief letter with the information that we require.
Ouch! Laurel and Hardy strike back.
Among all of the fun things we did, we inserted some educational values.
Who made the shamrock grow?
The voice is unmistakable. The face, unforgettable. He's touched millions of hearts throughout the world, and now, through this special TV offer, Sports Friday presents the video treasure of a lifetime. John Gallos, All My Best.
Have you ever considered the perplexing properties of a puck? Perhaps a profound plethora of positively smart women like Carla insist on a puck bracelet. A dog biscuit. Here, Fido. Now, how did I make the transition from being a children's personality to hosting a religious show? At the outset, management was wondering, who are we going to get to do this program? The station decided to go with a layperson, me. And it was really kind of scary at first. Needless to say, I was a little nervous about taking on this responsibility. Looking back, when I had to have open heart surgery, and the priest of our St. Mary's Church came with the communion and gave me communion in bed as I was getting ready to face this life-threatening surgery. And taking that communion just made me feel very calm, fearless. Bring it on, I'm all set. And I came through it with flying colors, and thank God I'm here 13 years later.
Well, John, there aren't too many of us left from the era when all of us did everything. News, weather, sports, game shows, kids shows, all sorts of things, commercials even. But there are warm memories from those days, and John, you're very definitely part of them.
I was probably on John's show more than any other kid. I would come to work with my dad and be able to be on the show. And I just want to say thanks, John, for growing up with you and also being able to work with you. Good luck.
John, I just want to say good luck to you in the future. I'm really going to miss you around here. You're a great guy. And somebody asked me to see if I could think of something bad to say about you. And the only thing I can remember is one time over in the old building, I heard you say, "Phooey." That's about it. So long, John.
So I heard my old buddy Clancy, who I grew up with, finally got a real job, huh? I heard he's going to become a mom back. Yeah, he's going to stand at the end of a loading dock and say, "Mom back, Mom back." John, we're going to miss you around here. I grew up with you, was a pleasure working with you in the same building, and have a great retirement. Really, I mean that.
John Gallos, finally you're retiring after all these years. My kids used to watch you on TV. I can remember them sitting on the floor in front of the TV watching those wonderful shows, and I'm really going to miss you. You've been a very, very good friend. You've been fun to work with, and I hope you'll stop by and see us. Bye-bye.
John, I've been waiting 44 years to tell you this. I know you've been at the station 46, but I've only been around for 44. I never liked Vivian Vulture. I loved Clancy the Cop and Willie Ketchum. I loved the Laurel and Hardy stuff. But the Vivian Vulture, I hated her. I couldn't stand her. It drove me crazy.
I grew up watching Commodore Cappy and Clancy the Cop, and I got a chance to work with you here in the studio on your Sunday morning show. How lucky am I? Gonna miss you, John. Goodbye.
Howdy, John. I grew up watching you on TV. I enjoyed all your shows, but the one I liked the most was the Commodore Cappy show, where you were the Commodore of the submarine. You had the periscope. You looked through the periscope, but whenever you hit troubled waters, the submarine would go back and forth. It was my favorite show on in the morning. And I think that I'll always remember that, obviously, because I still remember it, and I'm in my 40s. Then when I got a job here and I got to work with you on the Sunday morning show, I thought that was great. We got to work together every week, put together a whole hour-long show. And I enjoyed and looked forward to it every week. I'm really happy that we got together every week. And I want to wish you all the best.
Well, like many people, I grew up watching him. And then when I was in college, I was on his show a couple, 3 times. And that was a lot of fun. And then I came here and I got the privilege of working with John. Worked with John and Jackie Gelati on Jobs Today. And then when I came to Days, we worked on Sunday mornings. And I enjoyed working on that show. John had a lot of interesting people, good variety. St. John, we always enjoyed that one. And it was pretty cool. And then John got involved with the Betsy Tacy people, and he kind of got me into that, and that was sort of fun. But I'm going to miss John a lot. He's got a very distinctive voice. I can always tell when he's doing voiceovers for our commercials and stuff, because you can always tell John Gallos' voice, nice, deep, rich, and mellow. We'll miss you, John, and wish you all the best. And I hope life treats you real well.
Growing up in Cokato, just west of here, I certainly watched John as Clancy the Cop and with Carmen, the nurse, and considered him to be part of our family. And then later on with Laurel and Hardy, I think he was probably the 3rd member of the cast there too on Sunday mornings. And I certainly think we could use a little bit more of that kind of thing with children's programming these days. And we'll always consider John to be one of the greats.
John, from all the Greeks, for all the years of service and all the wonderful times you gave everyone, Tikanis Skala Efkaristo. Let's go drink some Roditi one night. Thank you, John.
Hey, John Gallos, God, I love the man. He's great. And he's a funny man. Funny for all ages. I remember 2 of your jokes, John. What are they? Oh, the one was, it's an answer question joke. The answer is at Washington Irving. And the question is, hey, Murray, who's the first president of the United States? Great joke. And the other one is, we got 3 kinds of cake here, the Greek man said. We got chocolate cake, we got white cake, we got stomach cake. John, you broke me up, you laid me out. I worked on your show as a floor director. I loved it, had a good time. You and Alan and Carmi the nurse, it was just great, John. Funny man, I love you.
Good luck on your retirement, John. Remember, we're both members of the Old Mended Hearts Club. See you later.
Okay, John, one of the funniest things I have ever seen was when you were on the Stretch and Z show. The 3 of you were kicking field goals. Stretch couldn't kick one. Z couldn't kick one. You, of course, boot the thing right through the uprights. And then they start playing the song, One Moment in Time. You in slow motion doing the Icky Shuffle. Fabulous.
John, no 2 people have ever had more laughs in 46 years than you and I. wonderful, wonderful laughs. And remember the night, the Christmas party night, you and I and Wally Green sat down and recounted 46 years of laughter. Thank you, John, for that, and thank you for bringing such class and such dignity to our profession. You'll never be forgotten here.
All right, so what can I say about John Gallos? Well, when I started here back in 1973, of course I was about 12 years old then, John was doing the Clancy the Cop show. And in the old building, there was a studio downstairs where all these kids would pile in and just could not wait to see John Gallos. And I always remember those days as being great days. He and Willie Ketchum, who at that time was Alan, what was Alan's last? Lotsberg. Used to have so much fun. And every kid in the Twin Cities, including my husband, just thought those two were the greatest. And so he has really become an institution, as you all know, in the Twin Cities. And I just wish him the best of luck. I know that he's going to enjoy his time off immensely with his wife and his family. Good luck, John.
You know, John, you have been a man of many hats over the years. And so, as you move into the next phase of your life, I think maybe I'll try one of your hats. Good luck, John.